Hey, how's it going, Newt? It's been a while since I've been on. I'm just doing some super simple review of some like C++ data structures. Just trying to get. It's been a couple days since I've like really been in C++, so I just figured some data structure practice would help me kind of get into the rhythm again. Plus, I just enjoy coming back to these things, so. How'd that full stack interview go? Oh, so the interview itself for that position went okay. I didn't end up solving the problem, but that was for like not a senior role, but like I would say it was like a software engineering 2, so not a junior role, which is what I would be. And they ended up saying they weren't going to extend an offer, and then like a week later, they sent me an offer for a junior position. So, yeah, I got a full stack job starting next week as a junior, which is really crazy. So I probably should be doing more React, which I am going to be doing in the daytime on my own time, but I like C++ on my own time, like for streaming and stuff, so especially because I'll use it in game dev and all that. But yeah, it went pretty good. I'm really grateful. Nice, man. That's great that you got it. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of it had to do that I've worked with that company before, and so I think that it's easier to hire someone that you've worked with and that can get their work done and have to, try and see if someone fits, GCC. Right now, G++. Does it begin? It might be country.front. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Especially with the current job market, you got to take whatever you can get. Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll be an amazing opportunity for me, and I'm super grateful. Okay, so I don't think I actually need to spend too much time in vector. I think stack would be good. I think the hard thing is, like, there's a lot of stuff that I'll have to learn, but it's also, like, the best thing, you know? When it comes to full stack, doing both the front end and back end will be a challenge in its own field, you know, but I'll be okay. Alright, so I'm a hope that this compiler project goes well for me. I recently finished writing a RISC-V CPU emulator that does RISC-V ISA. Now I have to connect it to a compiler to have a full toolchain. Dude, that sounds really cool. But I also, like, have no idea. Yeah, I am using Linux. I'm using GNOME right now on CachyOS. I don't know why I'm wasting my time with data structures, but it's fine. How's OpenGL going for you? It's going good. I'm in one of those spots where I'm like kind of stuck. Like I'm not really motivated, but I need to be, you know. In fact, I just wanted to like write a few lines of code to like get me warmed up, you know. Yeah, let's actually go back into OpenGL. Why not use print line? I don't know, I just used cout. I haven't really looked into like I haven't looked into like newer C++ language features, which I should, you know. Obviously that's a goal later down the line. I'm still learning a lot about learn CPP, and I've just been using cout because it works, you know. I know print line basically does like a new line, right? With instead of having to do, does it just do the same thing? Like you don't have to do new line at the end. It just does like your string, it outputs your what's in the buffer and then puts a new line, or what? How does that work? I'd love to know actually. Yeah, so we left off. Sorry, I'm tired. The unfortunate part is there's the room I'm in. I can't like be in for super long because I have family over and people are using it. So I just figured I'd get a quick stream in. It's so nice. You can use initializer placeholders in your string for formatting. Interesting. Basically, my compiler will take a subnet of C code and compile it to my virtual CPU that mimics a real CPU. Dude, that's amazing. That sounds actually really useful, especially like... Yeah, I think that would definitely help get you... Like, that's something you'd want to talk to people about for sure. So yeah, here's where we left off with our OpenGL. We're working on lighting right now. As for my other project, the solar simulator, I'm kind of on a halt at the moment. It's like one I'm gonna definitely go back and finish, but I mean, as you can see, I got everything orbiting. The next step would just to be add correct metrics, you know, and also a camera so that it scales correctly. But yeah. Hopefully the music isn't too loud for you guys. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this OpenGL like solar system simulator type of thing. I think it looks pretty cool, and I learned a lot from it. I just feel like it, you know, I want to. There's a lot more I want to work on. I think more 3D would be fun. Alright. Let me look at my journal where I left off. Let me at least do like a little bit tonight so that I get something done. Okay, we're on diffuse lighting. Okay, ambient lighting by itself doesn't produce the most interesting results, but diffuse lighting, however, can start to give a significant visual impact on the object. Diffuse lighting gives the object more brightness the closer its fragments are aligned to the light rays from the light source. Let me write this all down. Gives the object more brightness. The closer its fragments are aligned to the light rays. From a light source. Alright. To give you a better understanding of diffuse lighting, take a look at the following image. Okay, so we have our light that hits our object, and it looks like there's a vector. Because I believe the line over the end means it's a vector. To the left, we find a light source with a ray targeted at a single fragment of our object. We need to measure at what angle the light ray touches the fragment. Okay. If the light ray is perpendicular to the object's surface, the light has the greatest impact. To measure the angle between the light ray and the fragment, we use something called the normal vector. Fragment surface. So this is a vector perpendicular to the fragment surface, here depicted as a yellow arrow. We'll get to that later. The angle between the two vectors can then be easily calculated with the dot product. Do you think you would ever go for OpenGL roles if they come your way? Right now, I'm just using it as a hobby and for learning. If I really felt passionate, like I felt like I could actually add to a project, I would definitely say yes. There's actually a new, I don't know if you guys know the game Zelda Twilight Princess. A team of people just decompiled the whole game. And it's all been written in C++, and I'm like, they used Vulkan and Metal for like the main graphics APIs. I think it'd be really cool to like try and attempt to add OpenGL to that. But I don't know, well, maybe. I think it would be fun to do open source work with it, especially if I get into like actual game development. Like I think in the future I would love to have my own game, of course, but like make it professionally in a way that like I spend so much time to where it's, you know, a professional and clean product. Like I don't want to make something that is sloppy. I would rather put my time into something and give it care and art and a story and learn that all from scratch and take my time to do it, you know what I mean? But it also has to be something that is simple. Like I don't want it to take me years and years because I'm making the scope too big, you know. It would have to start out small to where I could complete it and then add more and more on, you know. So I think where engineering is important, is like if you want to add layers on top, the foundation has to be strong. You may remember from the transformations chapter that the lower angle between two unit vectors the more the dot product is inclined toward the value of 1. When the angle between both vectors is 90 degrees, the dot product becomes 0. This applies to theta. The larger theta becomes, the less of an impact the light should have on the fragment's colors. Note that to get only the cosine of the angle between both vectors, we will work with unit vectors, vectors of length 1. So we need to make sure all vectors are normalized, otherwise the dot product returns more than just the cosine. The resulting dot product then returns a scalar that we can use to calculate the light's impact on the fragment's color, resulting in differently lit fragments based on their orientation towards the light. So what we need to calculate diffuse lighting is a normal vector. What do we need to calculate diffuse lighting? Need to calculate diffuse lighting. I also was gonna say, like, I've never really done much web dev as like passionately, so like doing a full stack role will be really interesting for me, especially because I have so much passion for like C++ and lower level stuff. But yeah, I mean, just doing that, like this stuff on the side for fun, I think will keep my passion for programming. Whereas, like, in my job, I can use AI and other tools, as well as, like, my learnings from this stuff to make good software. But, yeah. Yeah, so we need a normal vector. A vector that is perpendicular to the vertex's surface. And then we need the directed light ray. A direction vector that is the difference between the light's position and the fragment's position. Oh yeah, let me pull up my Pomodoro. Let's see. That's interesting, someone decompiled the whole game. Yeah, it was a team of people. It's really nice now because the original game didn't support like higher frame rates other than 30. So now they can like run the game in 4K at like any frame rate, which is really nice. I'm curious as to how you got an interview in web dev without being a web developer guy. Usually that application process is rough even for web devs. That's a really good question. It really was just like the team knew that, like, I know React enough to like get the job done. Like I said, I just said I'm not as experienced in it. Like, I know web dev from college. I just haven't worked in the field professionally. But I have worked for this company before, and I think that was like they know that I will step in and learn and train myself on my own time as well. Like, this whole week I'm basically doing React and like SQL and all sorts of TypeScript. I'm just doing a bunch of reviews while like I'm in the daytime, so that I can go in feeling confident. And then in the evenings when I have time, I'm going to stream and do C++. And I think this week I'm going to work on a devlog, even if it's only a few minutes, just talking about like what I'm learning. So, yeah. To calculate this light ray, we need the light's position vector and the fragment's position vector. Light ray. light and fragments position vector. Okay, normal vectors. Hey, how's it going, Scarface? Python when? I haven't done Python on my channel. I mean, if it was something that I needed to like learn for sure, I would definitely do it, but I'm doing C++ right now. Just because I'm doing game development. But if you have questions, let me know. I mean, I'm familiar enough with Python to like, you know, help people in some way. But I appreciate you jumping in the stream and joining. I look forward to the devlog. Yeah, I appreciate that new. I'm excited for the devlog as well. I think it's hard because I just need to get started on it. So I need to maybe just, the hard part is for editing for me is finding clips, and like it just takes a long time to find the clips that I want. But thankfully I have my own streams that I can just go back and import and edit the parts that I want to include. So nice job. Thank you, Scarface. Appreciate it. Alright, some normal vectors. I probably won't stream too much longer. Let's just see what we have next. Diffuse color. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah. There's like shadows and lighting. Okay, that makes sense. I definitely don't like writing scripts and editing devlogs. They take quite a bit of time depending on how much you've got done. Yeah, I feel you on that. Dude, I hate writing scripts, especially because it just doesn't feel natural. Like, on stream here, I can talk and like it feels normal for the most part, but I'm not a very good like confident speaker. Like, I see a lot of devlogs and they're like, alright guys, so today we worked on drawing this triangle. I feel like I would constantly be like, well, to draw the triangle we had to first, you know what I mean? Like, you have to go through all these steps, and it takes a lot of explanation and research, and you have to go back and retrace your steps, which is good, because I would love to go back and retrace what I did, but like, I don't know. There's just something difficult about when I'm not a video editor, you know, I'm not necessarily a YouTuber in that sense, but I would like to learn, you know. So I think I'm going to end here on normal vectors for this part. I'll show you what I was talking about for the Twilight Princess. Maybe I'll play some Twilight Princess and show you. That'd be fun. How would you guys feel about that? Because I just need to take a break from coding. I just don't really, I need to like get myself ready for that, and I'm tired. It's getting late where I am. Yeah, it feels unnatural for me, as just going with it sounds natural, but the editing takes longer. Yeah, exactly. Here, I want to show you guys this decompiled Twilight Princess, because this is what I think is awesome. Let me just close this. Let me connect my controller as well. And I actually do have a 4K texture pack. All good, man. You can take a break. Yeah, I probably will be back on tomorrow, like earlier in the day, so I have more time. Also, I have a 4K texture pack, so let me see if I can get that downloaded. That's fine for now. This is my favorite game of all time, if you guys didn't know. So, the fact that it's decompiled and is amazing. Like, just look how good this runs. Sorry, someone's calling me. Yeah, but this game looks incredible. I mean, the texture packs aren't even on, as you can see. And it's running on Vulkan, which is awesome. And there's this, I can turn on, like, different menu options. There's moon jump. Obviously, I'm not supposed to be over here. A lot of people are going to probably join the stream and be like, this isn't C++. If you guys are new here, I'm just taking a little break and playing the decompiled Twilight Princess. It's called Dusk, actually. Yeah, it's super smooth. I don't know how well it's picking up on my stream, though. I hope you guys can see it. Like, it's smooth on my end. I don't know. Is it choppy on your guys' end? Because it kind of looks choppy on my stream. I think what's cool about projects like this is it just shows that, like, even with AI... Like, by the way, this project was 100%, like, no AI, essentially. Like, people are just smart and capable, and I think... Yeah, people should keep doing stuff like this in their own time. I think it's awesome. I can see the smoothing parts sometimes, and then other times it gets choppy. Yeah, it's definitely the stream. I'm sorry about that. In fact, it might be better if I just, like, do it like this. It's because I'm streaming and everything. But I mean, like, look, the moon jumping is so funny. It kills me. I mean, look how high you can go. Oh, I just died. Anyways, I just figured I'd show you really quick. It's really cool. I don't know. I think it's fun that people were able to do this. And I'm actually going to try and work on... I actually talked to some of the people in the Discord. And I'm going to try and work on helping with the iOS port. But who knows how I'll be able to do that if I have time. So, anyways, I appreciate you guys all being here. Feel free to sub if you guys are new. Join the Discord. It's in the description. I'll be back tomorrow, and tomorrow I'm definitely gonna work on more of this. I'm gonna do a good review and actually spend some more time tomorrow. So I think tonight I'm just gonna kind of plan things out and see what I need to do. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for